the Newburgh team. On behalf of Wheatley, Ronique, and I, we're pleased to share just a quick update on progress thus far and to get some feedback from you all to ensure the site is aligned to your vision and needs. This is a quick screencast just to orient you to the site. So there are two ways that as a user you could access the site's content. One is by this drop-down menu, which allows you to access content by grade level. And then the second is by choosing one of these pages at the top, in the menu at the top. Both of them will take you to content. We figured some people might relate more to the grade level piece. Other people might be looking or in search of specific content. So this first homepage is really one long invitation to learn and to be sort of actively engaged in learning about the integration of technology for learning. So there's some overviews of who the toolkit belongs to, why it's important, what does it look like, where do we go from here. All of these links are also linked to things that you would find up here. So just more ways to get to the same content. The other piece I just want to draw your attention to is a companion document. So one of the things that we talked about in our process as we were kind of wrapping our brains around this resource was that it would be great to have people be able to follow along or to kind of journal or reflect on their own learning. And so we created the companion document attempts to do that. It is just a place where teachers can, on their own go and talk about what resources they used, what their reflections on those resources were, what they want to remember about those resources, what it might mean for their classroom. There's a series of protocols to look and kind of tune practice, and then some tools. So as teachers start to take on new tools and try new tools out in their classroom, what worked, what didn't, why didn't it work? Just that process of reflecting on some of the resources in this toolkit. These menu options up here are all linked to different pages, and we tried to link them to the goals that we originally set out when we first started talking last week. So technology for learning really is around the integration of technology. Xamarin is it's an overview introduction. There's some good analogies in here about, just another way to kind of think about Xamarin in a non-academic way. And then Xamarin Action is really the heart of this toolkit, and that's really what it's going to look like in the classroom for teachers. Wheatley's done a great job of finding specific examples and then breaking them down by grade level. So the teachers can access really explicit examples of how Xamarin is being used in the classroom by grade level. Our goal is to add a piece to the companion document, which then takes all these examples of Xamarin and helps teachers scaffold their lessons and the activities and learning experiences that they're providing students, and really kind of ask them a series of questions to determine, well, how would I take this from substitution to augmentation, and from augmentation to modification, and from modification to redefinition, and when is that appropriate, and things like that. So again, really engaging in that making it a concrete part of our practice. There is a Padlet learning community as well that we've created, again, learning social, and we want to make it so. So it offers teachers the opportunities to share things that they're doing in the classroom, aligned lesson plans, aligned student experiences. Would teachers be willing to upload a quick video of their classroom engaged in a Xamarin-aligned lesson? How about a student testimonial? So again, an opportunity for teachers to learn from others. They could go in and access these resources from other colleagues, but also an opportunity for them to contribute what they're learning. And then this last page is digital citizenship. And again, all these are still being built out. So we would love any and all feedback that you have. We want to, like I said, make this a resource that is 100% geared to what you need it for. We're also really specifically interested in 3 pieces of feedback. So one of those is from the user perspective. Does this work? Is it intuitive? Does it make sense for a user? 2, content. Is the content aligned to what you were thinking? Does it need more resources? Does it need different resources? And then 3rd, just alignment in general. How does it align to your vision? When we talked about a Google site as a resource, is this what you were thinking? Are there pieces missing? Are there things that are in here that really you've already covered or already doing in other resources you have within the district that we would need to omit. So again, appreciate any and all feedback that you have, but those 3 specific things are questions that came up for us. So we look forward to talking to you next week. Thanks.